This is AwesomeWill here, and I hope that all of you are feeling amazing today. I was just sliding by and I just decided to slide on in and drop you another video. What I'd like to talk to you today about is marriage, or the reality of marriage versus how singles view it. The reality of marriage versus how singles view it. Now, me being the single man or the single individual that I am, and I have been for multiple years, there isn't very much that I can, or knowledge that I could give one regarding the actual process of being married. I know how it goes, but far as the experience part, I've never married ever in my life. Many say that it's a beautiful thing, and that I truly do believe, especially with the right person in your life. But as a single man, there isn't a whole lot that I can say about marriage, you know, other than what I know already, or what the scripture reads, or what it tells me, or what I've seen as a child growing up in the household with both parents. The ups, the downs, the roundabouts, the merry-go-round, and I mean, it's basically just a relationship, but it's just, it's just a certification, that makes things a bit different. You could be common law married, without the certification, but I do understand, or I do know that marriage is a business, and being married comes with lots and lots and lots of benefits when you are a couple. But as a single man, I've never married. I've always wanted to know what it would be like to marry one day in the future, but at the same time, I'm not in a hurry. I'm not in a hurry to marry, you know. But as a single man, what I can say is, I go where I truly desire, or I go where I so desire. If I decide that I want to go and pick up a meal, or go and grab a bite to eat, go to one of my favorite restaurants, I go to my favorite restaurant, and I do it alone. I purchase whatever it is I like on the menu. If I should decide to have a drink or a beverage, an alcoholic beverage, that is, I select the cognac, or, I select the wine, or, even some scotch. You know what I mean? It depends. I don't drink all the time when I go to a restaurant. Uh, you have more freedom as a single individual. Your finances, you mainly focus on just your finances and what you desire to do. You can buy whatever it is you want for yourself. You have the time and the availability if you should, want to date someone, or if you would like to take a young lady out or a young man out. Now this is me. I choose the lady. The lady is for me. You dig what I'm saying? But this is just singles in general. Okay, you can pretty much make moves, and especially like for myself, you know, you make moves without second thought. Like especially when I was younger, in my 20s, I myself, you know, back then I didn't do very much planning. If I decided that I wanted to go somewhere, that's what I'm gonna do. It might just be a random thought, I'm sorry, that crosses my mind, and I say, you know what? I think that's what I'm gonna do. That very next day, I'm on the road. I'm gone. Didn't plan anything. Didn't plan anything. I'll find a hotel along the way. You know what I mean? Even if I have to sleep in the car, or whatever. That's just how I've always been. I'll take a rest break. I'll hit a rest area here and there. While I'm traveling. You know what I'm saying? Or until I can get to the hotel. The first thought that I have about doing something that it is that I want to do, you know, I make a move on it. I don't delay. Even if I had to get on the Greyhound bus or whatever years ago, you know, I've never been ashamed to travel. However I gotta travel. Uh, Sometimes I was traveling because I had no other choice to travel. I had no other choice but to travel. If you can dig what I'm saying, trying to get somewhere. You know what I mean? But that's one thing I could say. About being single. You know, uh, it's lonely. That's for sure because you don't have a companion. It's definitely lonely. Only the strong survive a single lifestyle. Far as being single, not dating, or anything, like truly single, it is a lonely lifestyle. You have to have, you just have to be a loner. You just have to be a loner, to truly be, a single person, not dating anybody, not dating anyone or seeing anyone at all. In a nutshell, it's pretty much the time and availability that you have. The availability that you have to do all the things that you want to do. Your finances are yours. You do what you want to do. You spend what you want to spend. You go where you want to go. You travel to where you want to travel to. You know, uh, but with marriage, and if you so decide, you want to go out on the beach and walk out on the strip, you know what I mean, and you meet a couple of women, just some women that you meet that you find attractive, you know what I mean, you can hook up. You can hook up with whoever you want to hook up with if that's the type of lifestyle that you live, and not be judgmental about it, because at the end of the day, like as a single man, like me myself personally, if it's a one night stand, like, who cares? I'm just being honest. Like, who cares? It was nice. I'll probably never see her again, but it was nice while we were together. You know what I mean? If that's the type of, situation it is, you know, you can be single, live freely, and not care really about, and I mean, you can be like that anyway, but I'm just saying, like, um, hey, you you're in complete control of your life. But on the other hand, when you're married, you always have to take into consideration someone else's emotions, someone else's feelings. Being the woman, you have to, take into consideration, her feelings, her emotions, her thoughts, which is good. It's a healthy thing, especially if you're a gentleman. You know what I'm saying? It's a good thing. It creates a stronger bond, a stronger relationship, especially during the phase of development. You're developing the relationship. You're newlyweds, just getting into something, or just getting into a marital situation. You bear children. You have children together. You start a family. It's a beautiful thing. You share finances. I don't have a problem with sharing something that, you know, um, sharing something with someone that I think is beautiful, in every way, inside and out, and chances are she's helped me to build that kind of revenue, or to build my status, or to build our status, but to add value to me as a man, you know. Being supportive of your wife, in her endeavors as well. You know, the time, you have to pretty much plan everything. Rather it be sex, you have to plan, especially if you have a family. You have to plan the sex, dinner, family trips, outings, vacations, even days or time at the gym. You have to plan that. Um, you have to, if one gets a promotion and it requires more hours, like I said, you have to communicate differently. you know, they may be away for longer periods of time, according to what their job consists of. Rather, they're a frequent a frequent traveler. Um, More FaceTime call. I don't do FaceTime. I don't do FaceTime with my I don't do FaceTime with my intermediate family. You know what I mean? They like to try to FaceTime. I'm not into FaceTime or anything. I'm not really a telephone type of person. You know what I mean? I'm not really a phone kind of guy. But they're into the mushy stuff. You know what I mean? I mean, they're married. It's a couple. You know what I mean? It gets kind of mushy. Kind of mushy or whatever. But the attention, the lady is definitely gonna want the attention. You know what I mean? And why not? Why not? You know what I mean? Why not give it to her? You know what I mean? Because it's definitely gonna to require it. Uh, you're gonna be doing homework. You're gonna have joint bank accounts, um, and the list goes on. It's extensive, man. The list goes on and on. But I myself personally, one day, I know that I'm not gonna say I know, but due to the type of men and women, men and women. I'm not just gonna make this a one-sided thing. The quality is not like it used to be, like the quality during a day of our grandparents. Some of our mothers and some of our fathers. The quality has like depleted, like diminished. You know what I mean? Since those days or since that day and age. And it can become kind of difficult trying to find somebody, you know. So until you find somebody, I feel that you should continue working, man. And don't worry about it. Whatever happens, happens. But I don't think that I'm, myself personally, I've been single for so long. The last relationship that I had was in like 2016, and I've been single ever since then. You know what I mean? I had a couple of situations here and there, you know what I mean, doing what grown folks do, but after that, I even shut that department down. It's been nearly 5 years now. This year on the 8th, this month, will make 5 years that I've been, you know, preserving my energy, if you can dig what I'm saying. But other than that, other than that, I mean, the single life is great, but like I said, it requires a lot of loneliness. And I don't know. I'm not gonna say that I'll never marry, but I don't know. I think that it's something that I'd have to adapt to. You know, it's just something that I'd have to adapt to. Not saying that I wouldn't, but it's not like that's something that I'm looking for either. But that's pretty much all I wanted to drop on you. That's just how I feel about it. You know what I mean? The reality of being married versus, singles. You know? Single people and what they feel about it. Let me know if I'm wrong. You know? Let me know what your thoughts are. Hit that like button. Please be sure to do so. And also be sure to share. You don't have to do both of them. You can do one of the other. That'll be fine with me. It was just a random thought going through my head, and I decided I'd just create some content about it. You know what I mean? Give me your honest opinion. Get busy down in the comment section. It'll be greatly appreciated. This is AwesomeWill, and just like I decided I'd slide on in while I was sliding by to drop you another video, I'm about to now slide on out and proceed sliding about. You dig what I'm saying? So, until next time, guys, peace. Catch you on the next one.